Hello, I'm UbbyX Toycat, and welcome back to another live stream on the internet. Today, I figured I would start a brand new survival project because it's been far too long since I streamed, and it's been far too long since I started a brand new project. And you know what the theme of the week is, the theme of the year, the theme of forever is that we need some form of cave-based biomes, right? Cave-based updates, you could say, and those things have not materialized. But you know what has materialized? Some biomes that, in my opinion, are questionable at best. I think the Birch Forest is a great example of a biome that just sounds great on the surface, it sounds interesting, but kind of just isn't. So, in today's video, I'm going to be doing is, as you can see, I've even started with about 20 blocks so far. I'm going to cover the entire thing in stone and make it an above-ground, cavey biome with cave trees, and it's going to have caves in the cave as well. It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to this a lot, and hopefully all of you are too. I've missed this whole streaming thing quite a bit while I've been in Australia, but now I'm back in the land that isn't upside down. Isn't it crazy? You can see me without having to turn your phone upside down, and I can say hi, hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having the best Thursdays in the world. Actually, that's a lie. Hope you're having slightly good Thursdays. If this is your best Thursday ever, then your life can only go downhill from here. So I hope this is a good Thursday, but I hope that your best Thursdays are ahead of you, because it's sad to think that you'll one day have your best day, and then after that it can only go down. Man, this is getting dark real fast. But you know what isn't dark real fast? The stream chat. Things are going good. It's good to see you all after some time away. It really feels like, you know, not having seen a friend in a while or something. A friend who gives me $5. Thank you, by the way, Lethal Darius. But it really does feel that way. Also, yeah, Money Cat. Really appreciate that, man. But, yeah, I don't know, like, there's something a bit about it that's like, ooh, you know, do you remember me? It's been a whole 2.5 weeks. Because 2.5 weeks on the internet is a lot longer than 2.5 weeks in the real world, right? Like, you might disagree with that, you might argue the factualness of it, but I think it is basically true that on the internet, time moves at a different pace for different reasons about retweets and stuff. Also, Sips asks, what gave me the idea to cover the forest in stone? So, long story short, also thank you for liking the hairstyle, Def Vlogs. But the reason I'm covering a forest in stone is honestly because I was like, you know what? I want to do something a bit different with a biome. I want to, you know, change up something along the pathway of the Blue Ice Highway. As you can see, it's up there. And there's this birch forest that I just don't have any use for. I don't even need the birch wood particularly badly. So I figured, why not cover it in stone and make it a birch forest stone biome? And you might say, Toycat, that's a bit silly, isn't it? But you know what else is silly? You watching videos on the internet when it's this time of day. Who do you think you are? Don't you know time moves slower on the internet? I think you should know it. So, yeah, how much stone do you need for that? I don't actually know, Liv, but the answer is probably a fair amount. I mean, I've got 3 stacks on me, and then I've got 2 shulker boxes full. We should be good, is what I'm saying. But should be is a tricky way of saying I don't know for sure. The stone biome says Alkazol. It's like alcohol, but with a Z. Yeah, the stone biome. The birch stone. I know something about birch and stone. The words just fit in my head, you know? In a way that makes no sense to anyone else in the world ever. But birch and stone, they go together like cheese and more cheese, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. By the way, first time watching one of your project streams, says the Chicken Stroll. Yeah, one of the things I realized is the project streams for me are just like, here's a thing I need to do, might as well stream it.
You started just in time. Made me a sandwich and am working on my own Minecraft project. In creative like a scrub though.
Boo.
Also first time donating ever on the tube of views.
So thank you so much for the donation there, or the super chat, the money you have chosen to give me, very kindly out of the bottom of your heart, Firebird118. And yeah, I mean, creative, lame, projects, always cool, right? Also, cold or warm pizza. It's got to be warm pizza, right? No one ever likes cold pizza. It's just, cold pizza's only good because it's there and it's pizza, you know? The cold part, it's like, I don't know, what's a good example? What's another thing that's always good? I don't know, the word, you know, supermodel. If it's like supermodels, but, you know, made out of Cheez-Its. And it's like, well, I mean, if it still looks like a supermodel, but also, you know, the Cheez-Its bit is unnecessary. If it's, you know, what's another thing that's always good? Honestly, pizza's the example of the thing. Pizza is the example of the thing that's good regardless, right? Also, time on the internet is like dog time. you're not wrong with that assessment. You're not wrong with that assessment in the slightest. It's just how things go. Things move at a different pace on the internet. Why do they move at a different pace? No one really knows for sure. It's just a fact that is a fact. Cold pizza is breakfast. Yeah, cold pizza, literally, that's why it's great. It's because you had warm pizza before, and then you went to sleep. Now it's cold, but it's the pizza part you care about, you know? Also, good to see you, Jira. And also, good to see everyone who's just coming in right now. Again, it's been some time since this has happened, eh? I don't even know if I know how to live stream anymore. What do I do? Do I say words for like 90 minutes? Really? And people are down with that? Wow, what an interesting world we live in, right? But, no, yeah, what these streams used to be to me is just like, there's a thing I need to get done anyway. Might as well stream it while people watch. But a lot of people, especially since like the map thing, I guess I've realized, is like, oh, a lot of people like seeing a project come together via something like this. And that's, I don't know, it's so weird. It's the thing I was mentioning on the Let's Play about how like, there can be things that are in front of your face the whole time, but because they're so close to your face for so long, you don't see them. Also, I'm late. Is he making a cave update? You better believe it, Robin Z. You better believe it. But there are some things that are so close to you that you don't see. It's kind of like there's the this is a famous example that like every person in high school makes all the time, right? But like when there's someone who what's the word we used to use? Fancies you, who has a crush on you, you never see it. Everyone else can clearly see, but those, it's like invisible to the person involved because you're too close to it. You don't think about it in relation to you. Also, Toycat Tax, glad you're back. Hey, thank you very much, Ogre Poker. Is that how you say that, by the way? I've never said it, Ogre Popka. I've never said it out loud, I don't think. It's very confusing now that I think about it, though. What a weird world we live in. Also, this is basically a forest for caves. If so, great idea. Exactly, it's a forest, but it's for caves. I have too much stone lying around anyway that I could use in the Nether, or I could use way more fun to make a birch forest stone biome. Also, hope you're doing well, says Haley Stark. Hey, it's good to see you, Haley Stark. It has been a while, in my head at least. I mean, again, in dog years, which is what the internet years are, it might not have been a while, but it's been a while, so I'm glad to see you again. Hope things are all wonderful, or hope they're less unwonderful than they were before. See? Covering my bases on that one. I saw the thumbnail and straight was worried. See, that's what I like to do with the thumbnails, you know? Yeah, if I'm being honest, that was a joke from Jira, the person who made it. But you know, I'm taking credit for anyway, because it's the internet. We can totally do that. You could create a pretty efficient passive mob farm when you're done. Passive mob? Oh, because there'd be no grass for things to spawn on. That's a good idea, actually. You're getting a bit stoned there, says Rory Small. Yeah, you get it, because stone. Also, edgy title, says Elia Abigail. I totally agree. So, hey, Toycat, what scented shampoo do you use? I'm going to guess something fruity or completely unscented. I wish my hair was long enough to smell. It sadly isn't. I use something, I actually use, so here's a wacky story. I'm gonna guide you through my hair adventure, which you definitely don't care about, but you're getting regardless, because it's the internet. Guess what? Can't stop me now. But no, so, because when I was younger, like, maybe this is everyone, or maybe, this is what you meant to do with children, but my mother was just like, here's some shampoo, just use it. It was like it was whatever brand she was using. She's like, yeah, put this in your hair, and then your hair won't be bad. And it's like, lesson noted, like herbal essences maybe? I don't know, like, and then, at some point, that was the shampoo I used until I was like 17 or something. Also, first time watching an actual Toycat stream, welcome back, and here's the Toycat Tax IO. This is Javen Martin. Hey, thank you very much for the $5 super chat, Javen. But yeah, no, then at some point I realized that, also, how long do you think the product's gonna take you? It's gonna be a lot of stone. I think it'll be a fine amount of stone. I've got plenty of it anyway, like, I have too much stone from all the mining streams we did, so might as well, But no, yeah, so, basically, and then at one point I had a realization, like, after I switched to guy shampoo, that it's just worse, right? Because it's meant for less hair, and it's, like, guys aren't as concerned about their hair, I guess. So I have since switched back to, the brand is, like, literally the one they use is, like, they use it in salons for this and that, but Yeah, I like it. I like the effects that it has, personally. A lot of people don't like the effect. A lot of people are very angry all the time about my hair on the internet, but I like that. I think it works things out. Also, thank you very much for the €2 update. Will you add ores to make it look like a cave? I think it's more eerie if I don't add ores, but we can agree on that stage when we get to it. Like, add some coal ores here and there, because they're not hard to find. What's your plan for the trees, says Graceland Tardy? So again, this is another one. The cool thing about doing these streams is we can kind of like play it by ear and then also come up with things live on the fly. I wanted to cover them with stone at first, but I think it might look better if we don't. Again, this is very much something that is subject to some change, but I do actually think that if we just leave the trees there, it's even more jarring, which is what I want. You know, jarring is one of my favorite feelings, gonna be honest with you. Also, before you get stone in town stairs, not forests. I'm so behind on my Toy Cat taxes. Hopefully the Toy Cat IRS doesn't come after you. See, look, I Americanized my tax collection service because it was US dollars. That's how smart I am. Also, Lavender Tides, thank you very much for the 199. You know what, everyone, it's good to see everyone again, and apparently people feel the same. It's a scary feeling, right? There's a whole world of feelings where you're like, you know what? If this isn't reciprocated, then who knows what's going on? And it's probably weird that as a streamer, you know, you feel that, but it's totally true. You don't. Can I talk about something I realized that was totally true in school? One of the things teachers used to say is like, oh yeah, there's like 100 students and there's like one of me. You learn my name, I have to learn hundreds of you guys' names, and every year it's 100 new students. And yeah, at first I was like, well, you know, whatever. Like, that's just an excuse, you know. I had a teacher that was all about excuses that also said that. Like, I remember once, like, they used to complain every time I was late, like, oh, you should have left earlier for that. And it's like, I should leave 10 minutes earlier every day just in case there's a freak 1 in 100 situation. And his basic thing was like, yeah, take ownership of everything. And it's like, well, I mean, I could do that, but also I'm kind of 12 years old, so I'm not going to take ownership of everything. You know, the world's problems, still very much the world's problems. And me showing up to school 10 minutes late, a lot better than me wasting 10 minutes 99% of the year. But anyway, one of the things, I had a real, like, I just realized, like, what a bad teacher I had. Like, I could dive into it, repressed memories or something like that. But, like, he basically accused me of lying all the time. And, like, as someone, you know, I totally did lie as a teenager a bunch to my peers, but, like, there weren't enough situations where I could have lied to him for him to develop that I was a lying person, which I, you know, wasn't in general, unless, you know, stupid 12-year-old things. But anyway, so besides silly stories, the reason I mentioned that, one of the things that totally is kind of interesting and true is that kind of like relationship. You know, it might seem like the individual, you know, like I guess as a whole, you have a lot more power over me than I have over you individually. Also, thank you very much, End Start. What's your opinion on ska music? I'm going to be honest with you, I literally do not have one. I literally couldn't tell you what ska music is. I could just tell you that I probably won't listen to it. And, because, like, here's the thing about music, right? Like, I'm not excited about music ever. The idea of, like, a new genre or something like that is like, oh, there's another collection of music I'll never listen to. You must make so much money with these streams, says Thomas Elbin. The money thing's interesting because, like, I think, you know, every now and then there's a stream where it's like, whoa, that's some big money just came in right there. But this isn't like a job thing to me. It's literally like, hey, this is my fun little hobby. I guess this is my Thursday stream, so it's part of my YouTube thing. But this is like a fun little hobby. If you want to give money to me, it's a good way of showing, like, hey, I like this thing and I'd like to give back. But it's not like a thing where it's like, yeah, I'm going to count the money and do X, Y, Z. It's more like, hey, it's awesome. I can do some fun things with some spare money on the side that comes from me doing something I kind of love. It's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know. Streaming as a whole is an interesting area that I kind of like that I'm checking out firsthand. Because you know, the last week. Also, thank you very much, Emily Azriel, for the $1.99 super chat. Very much appreciated. Do you care about Modern Warfare releasing today? Oh, I thought it released yesterday, honestly. Sorry, tomorrow. As in 4 hours from now. I'm assuming it released in New Zealand today. And then lots of places are using that as justification to start uploading and stuff. But yeah, it's good to see you, Emily. It's been some time, I think. Again, I think this might just be dog years and like it's been like 3 weeks since I streamed, and therefore, you know, it's like, wow, all these people from so long ago. But I don't know, it's kind of wacky to me. What are your thoughts about a federal Europe? Oh, gonna dive right in there with some EU questions. I think now's a bad time to talk about the EU. If you're a British person, right? Like you just kind of just gotta leave that to the side for a bit. Even if I had the most fully formed opinion and I thought the politics were the best thing to dive into, right now is just not a good time for that, right? Hey, Toycat, I just forced you to realize I exist, says Clara Wilson. See, okay, here, I want to know. So, Clara Wilson, I'm going to super acknowledge you exist. You know, your name is Clara Wilson and you gave me $2, right? So you live in the United States of America somewhere. You're Clara, so you are statistically female. Toycat, will you use different stone types for different parts of trees of the ground? I might do something on the trees, like, you know, maybe use andesite. Again, there's some fun ideas, I think. But I definitely want the ground to be covered in stone. Oh, it's going to look a bit like a mountain. But again, we'll work it out. Welcome back, Toycat. Hope your trip was fun. Hey, thank you, Coman. Good to see you again. But yeah, now, Clara Wilson, now you know I know you exist. Does that feel like a good investment? You can let me know by sending a whole $1.99. This is all a ploy. That's right. I did all of that to get $2. What are you gonna do about it, internet? Me using my power to make that moolah. I like the word moolah. I hate the word moolah. I lied. I just wanted to justify saying it, but I can't bring myself to ever say that word ever again. So, Kat, how'd you have the patience to do these projects? I really enjoy them personally. They also make interesting videos sometimes, which is good on that end. But honestly, like, I start a weird project, and it's just kind of satisfying to grow it, you know? Did you see at the start of this stream how much stone we had? Look how much we have now. Like, we've done a surprising amount in, what, like 17 minutes? How much can we do in 90 minutes? How much can we do in multiple 90 minutes? It's a fun thing, in my opinion. But, yeah, hello, Animus856. Hello, Isaac Whirling. Do I consider 1,000 stream viewers to be a lot? There's this real problem. It actually, every now and then it hits me real bad when some random person just drops in and is like, oh, this isn't very much. Hey, it worked. My strategy. No, so they consider it a good investment. Now I know you exist. Double, Clara Wilson. Also, take my money or else, says professional noob. See, if you're a professional noob, does that mean you're good at being, you know, if you're a really good noob, isn't that an oxymoron? If you try to fail and succeed, which did you do, you know? What about TNT Birch biome? I think anything involving TNT is a bad idea because TNT is just not fun to make. You kill a bunch of creepers and you make like 7 blocks of TNT. Google opinion rewards for the Toycat tax win. Hey, see, you might think I can't pay the Toycat tax, you know, money and stuff, because money is important to most people. It's the fundamental necessity that drives the system in the world which you live. But also, you can use opinion rewards and get some super chats for free. So where's your excuse now? Does it having everything possible in survival make it boring? Does it not feel like survival anymore? No, I definitely have to work for a bunch of reasons. Like, all this stone just came because I did a bunch of stuff. There's a lot of working involved, I guess I'd call it, in survival. I definitely enjoy more of the benefits of the end. Like, I kind of like, there's a lot of stuff I don't have to work real hard for in Minecraft. Especially when it comes to building projects, like this one maybe. But yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm at the stage where it's basically not survival yet. Some people are at that stage, and I think I would raise that question to them. But, you know, today I'm not them. I'm just answering for me. And I can honestly say, yeah, there's still so much I want to get done and want to improve, etc., etc. Also, thank you very much. Earlier I missed the chat. Want to skip ahead, but made it here live. You're a homie. This is a funny thing that I always hear happens when people click on a live stream. They're like, oh, that sounds like a good video. And then they try to go through it and they're like, oh, it's live right now. Because it's like, imagine if a video started like this. Oh wow, this is the start of the video. You might think this is a live stream. Really, this is a really good video pretending to be a live stream. And yeah, no, I'm starting it midway through with a discussion about how it's a live stream, so you'll be confused and you won't think it's a video. Although some people watch this as a video, so things will get weird in that way. Andrew, fix your tools, says do drop H. Yeah, no, this pickaxe is definitely on the lower end of good. But I fix tools when they get really broken. That's just how I do things. It's so weird that you're actually back in streaming again. Yeah, it feels like some serious time has passed. But I think that's how I like things. I always, whenever I leave, there's a part of me that's like, ooh, I'm enjoying being gone. And then whenever I get back, I'm like, oh, I love this. Even if sometimes, like, can I exist triple now, says Clara Wilson? You, in fact, exist 3 separate times in 3 separate instances of 3 separate parts of my brain. How incredibly insane, right? Hey, can I see the whole forest, says Muffin. You can see the whole forest. By the way, do you like how this looks? I really like, okay, sorry, this is unrelated, but I need to fly up there anyway. Do you like how the ice pathway looks now that it branches off? Because I really do. But yeah, let's fly up there. Because, you know, have to be up here anyway, I think. And then, oh, no. Oh, okay. But here's what the forest looks like. There's this, there's that. It expands for quite a bit. I think I'll also cover this area over here. But yeah, I'm excited to make this hit the caves. Because look at this right here. So there's a cave over here, which we're going to now cover so it won't look like a cave. I don't know. Again, it's a curiosity to me. It's a big curiosity I'm excited to see. But yeah, every time you stream, you remind me of Harry Potter without the glasses. My brother used to get a lot of comments about being Harry Potter. And, you know, logically speaking, I probably have some similarities to him. So not the first time I've heard that indirectly. I apparently, like, I remember what it was is like, can I complain about something in my life real fast? Yeah, let's do it anyway. Like, so if you're a single child, an only child, I think they call it, or if you have only younger siblings, or if you have like opposite gender siblings, because I think in reality, like, having an older sister probably is, you know, it might be useful actually. No, wait, you wanna? Yeah, having an older sister means like, oh yeah, she can tell you the ropes, and also, I don't know, maybe she has a cute. Actually, I guess like depends how much older. It's like a year. Actually, no, you don't want to have an older sister with friends. Anyway, but I don't know what it's like to have a sister. I don't know if you can work that out. Name your biggest bro moment. Reading out your super chat just then, honestly. But yeah, like having a sibling that went through the same schools as you but earlier. I don't know what my brother did, but he always made a name for himself. Never like oh yeah, that's a thing, but like he'd always offend the wrong people, it seems like, who would then hate me by association. Like there were a bunch of teachers that were like, oh, you're this person's brother. And it's like, well, way to profile me, you know? I mean, they weren't entirely wrong. But no, yeah, there's this kind of thing that if you never had a sibling, maybe you don't know. But boy, is that crazy and awful. Joke's on you, I'm the oldest sister and I have no friends. Ha ha ha, says Aria Whitmer. I mean, honestly, right? Like, living the dream right there. Living the dream. I mean, if you've got sisters anyway, like, they're like friends that are just bad and that you have to hang around anyway. Because, like, if you think about it, friends are just family members that you don't have to be with. Also, will you sue different stone types for different trees apart of the ground? There's only one real stone type unless you mean andesite and stuff, in which case maybe I'll switch to that, who knows. Also, thanks so much, Alina Khan. It's good to see you again also. It's good to see you back. We've missed you. Here's $2 now to acknowledge my existence. That's right, Alina Khan, you exist. Somewhere in Texas, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And, yeah, $2 is £1.56 now. I can't work out what conversion rate that must be, but that's a good sign for the pound. It's cool. You know, okay, I love currencies. This is a stupid, nerdy interest. But you know what? You're watching a stupid, nerdy stream on the internet, so deal with it. But I love currencies. I find them interesting. And I find the currency conversion rates are interesting too, because it's like, oh, the value of the literal thing that the world's 5th largest economy and 66 million people use, you know, this island, the value of that entire thing changes up and down a bunch, relative to a bunch of things, including the euro. I found this, by the way, on my floor today. I've got a 50 euro note. It's a nice looking note, right? Oh, you want me to tear it? Give me 51 euros and I'll tear my 50 in half. Wait, that would be a bad deal because YouTube takes %. Give me 50 euros via the Streamlabs link and I'll tear my money in half. Would you enjoy seeing money teared? Like, I've always wondered, like, being a billionaire, I still wouldn't tear money. Like, even if you gave me $5 and you said, like, if I was worth $1 billion and you're like, here you go, you still wouldn't want to tear it, right? You still wouldn't want to just destroy it. It would kind of hurt. Also, no, Tokenism, I meant 1,000 views is a lot. I always podcast the streams. A lot of people do that, apparently. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. It's a fun secondary purpose of these survival projects. You can see a thing slowly get made, or you can, you know, do the weekly washing. I don't know. I'm Irish. I want 50 euros. Don't we all? Oh, God, there's 2 creepers here. See, this. Let me just show you how much effort it is to get. Oh, God, oh, God, oh, God, that was a bad idea. I think the creeper spawned in the tree. What a weird thing. Toycat maybe, and I exist quadruple. Is that Toycat is maybe that then spelt miscorrectly? Didn't you tear money once by like biting it? Oh yeah, the £5. When they introduced the plastic money, I tore it, and it was such a hassle to get rid of it. Like, I had to just keep trying places until they take my... Because it was torn in a way a bank wouldn't accept it, and I was like, that won't stop me. So yeah, I eventually got a subway to accept it. And fun fact, yeah, is it stealing, right? So if you use money that is legally not valid tender, which if both the serial numbers are broken, it's not like, it's not worth anything to anything anymore. Also, thank you very much, baby carrot. I'm glad you love me $5 worth. It's good to see you again. It's weird that you're a carrot that's also a baby, or a baby that's also a carrot. I mean, I guess baby carrot is a type of carrot, but like, still kind of weird, right? But you know what isn't weird? Your $5, which I do appreciate. So I thought they accept it as long as you have 51% of the bill. But you need to have the serial numbers, or it could be fake. Because every single note ever produced. Fun fact with Toycat, if you look right here, do you see those numbers right there? Now you can uniquely identify there is only one note of this type in the world, with this exact awful serial number. WA98 blah blah blah. And if you look on the other side, oh no, it's only in one place. But there's a serial number, and if the serial number's not intact, there's no way of verifying that it's a bill they made, or at least like it's a one of a kind that they made. So yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, at least in the UK it might be different. I know the 51% rule is there. But I think it's 51% as well as having the serial number intact. And, I don't know, some of mine was not intact. So a lot of places wouldn't accept it. But yeah, is it stealing if I used invalid money at a subway? Because again, Subway's a chain, so the person who took the money didn't own it, right? But I also gave them something that wasn't worth £5. So the question I therefore have, is that stealing? That I gave them something that wasn't worth any money? But, you know, you could argue all fiat currency is worth nothing. I mean, not that I'm going to dive into a discussion of monetary policy or anything like that. But, you know, arguably all money has no value anyway, right? I know it's a whole thing. Why aren't you streaming on Twitch or DLive? DLive offered me a lot of money to stream on their service, by the way. Oh, actually, I've had offers from TikTok and from Facebook too. Can I tell you all something? It's been on my chest, so let me get it off my chest. It's not this t-shirt. It could be. Let me get this off my chest. I'm gonna metaphorically make something real, or physically make a metaphor into a literal. But yeah, no. So I've had some pretty big streaming offers from a couple of companies, but they both had like a very clear thing of like, you've got to sign this NDA before we'll even say anything else. And I like, one of the things like I like but also hate about myself is I consider myself to be at a stage where like I can put my values above money in some cases. I think it's important not to sometimes. That's the opposite of the advice everyone tells you, but I'm going to tell you right now. You should you should sometimes place money above values. Not all your values, just your weak values, you know? Like, what do I care about? Also, hello, first on the stream. Kind of nervous. Hey, good to see you, Kit, or K-I-T. Your first time catching a Toy Cat stream. That's an exciting moment. You can put this in your logbook of first streams. But no, it's cool to see you. It's cool that people are seeing the stream for the first time, even all this time later. And also punch the skeleton in the water, but don't kill him. There's a skeleton in the water? Oh, you're right. Huh. Okay, you know what? For you, Sips, I'll do that. Actually, why isn't he drowning? Okay, there you go. I did a thing for you, Sips. I deactivated or activated the skeleton. But no, yeah, here's the thing, right? Sometimes money is worth more than some of your values. That's the whole reason that we all trade time in exchange for money. We have time, other people have money. You know, let's make a thing happen there. An exotic way to pay the Toy Cat tax. Also, my first time. I'm doing this right, says Jane Solo. You are, in fact, doing that right. You use the link down below, which is always extra appreciated. Again, I don't expect people who are just joining the stream for the first time to know. But, like, pro tip, if you ever do want to give some amount, which honestly is cooler that you want to than the receiving end of it, like, on some level. I mean, also, money's great. Did you know money's the thing that makes... You know how I bought this cube of diamond? Actually, I think this was a gift. You know how I bought this? This is a camera, like... I don't know how cameras work. I don't really know if this is, like, meaning anything to something. I spent a ridiculous amount on this just to improve the stream quality. I can't get it to work yet, but isn't this a cool looking... You know, this is $1,000, £1,000, so about $1,300. Isn't this cool? It's a piece of technology. If I drop, I can ruin that amount of money. Isn't that something that, like, gels of you? Isn't that something that hits in your head? And it's possible because ridiculous things like that. However, I love photography. See, here's the funny thing. It's a really good camera for photographs, probably. It might be a good camera for video. All I'm going to use it for is face cam, because it's like, you get a thing going on right here. You do that, and like, whatever. It's a thing I'm... Because right now, well, I'll show you my webcam, because it's not connected to anything. My webcam looks like this. I've got two. So this isn't the one I'm recording with. And like, this, as you might be able to work it out, but this is less... This is so heavy, by the way, compared to this. This is like, you know, a webcam. It's just USB, etc., etc. But this is like real people camera. So I should look like HD whenever I upgrade to this. Which is awful for me. I think I'd look worse in HD, but that's a whole point not for today. Drop the camera. Nice bill. Nice ball? I do have a ball around here somewhere, actually. I have a lot of things around here. For some reason, my desk is just filled with, like, small objects that, like, have some meaning and value. Look at this, by the way. It's a cube, but now it's not a cube. Isn't my life filled with excitingness? We should do a show and tell sometime. Do you want to do that sometime, chat? Do you want me to do show and tell of some objects in my life? Because, again, this is lame, but, like, show and tell is actually, like... Even though it's, like, a thing you do as, like, a kid in school. I think it's a thing that every adult should incorporate in their life. Because, let's be honest, we buy a lot of things because we want people to see them. So let's tell people about those things. Do you want to see my little obsidian cube? Why do I have it? Who knows? Explain to Cavity what plate tectonics are. I literally have no idea what plate tectonics... No, I actually do like... the plate tectonics, something, earthquakes, bad, not good. Hope you get stoned in the forest, says level 7 Metapod. Hey, thank you for the $4.20 super chat. Do appreciate it. High quality. But no, yeah, if you are a regular on the streams and you ever like, you know what, I'm gonna give one donation ever as like a, just wanna say I'm here, say this or whatever. The pro tip is there's a link in the description, and if you use that, YouTube doesn't take 30%. And you know what, when YouTube doesn't take 30%, you know what that means? That means that your boy can buy even more cameras to drop and cubes, but made of wood that you have to put together in a weird way. Yeah, it's an absolutely wonderful thing. It's an absolutely wonderful thing. I keep everything important on my desk, says Alcazar. Yeah, no, I do this too. Like, I just have this area where it's like things should go around here. But then I have things like floss. Like, why do I have floss here? Why am I flossing at my desk so much? It's actually a lot of floss. Like, we could do this all day. I have so many just silly things lying around, basically. I have a little screw that would go into a little camera stand that I don't have anymore. But I'm like, this seems like a really cool screw to have anyway. I might need it one day. Let's keep it around. And it's just like, why? What? I'm basically a hoarder, but like on my desk is what I'm saying. In my kindergarten, when you brought something for show and tell, it stays in the toy box so others can play with it. It's all fun and games till someone tries to steal your kaleidoscope. Oh, I have a story. A kid moved in. He looked like really... I would have guessed he was Asian, but his name now makes me think that he's probably Eastern European. And therefore, it's basically okay to say what I'm about to say. Also, YouTube gets 30% of this, says Soulless Curve. See, that is the chaotic... maybe that's even chaotic, you know, like neutral. But like, just like, you know what? I know that this isn't going to the source I want it to, but I'm gonna do it anyway, because who cares? I don't have a desk, but I have a bunch of random stuff in my backpack. I'm sure everyone must have this thing where it's like, there are objects I want that I don't have right now. That sucks. And then you make a place for all those objects. That's why we have rooms, right? Like, we call it a bedroom, but it's really just your room. It's the room of the house, which belongs to you, and you can put things where you want them to be. I mean, maybe that's... I've always heard some people's, like, parents are like, clean your room or whatever. It's like, no. You know what? If I like this place messy, that's my... You know, that should be my freedom. I think I had weird parents. Basically just, like, left me alone as long as I wasn't causing the problem. Or her problem. Single. Whatever. But like, that's always been, like, my kind of thing. Like, if you don't have the ability to make something messy... Like, oh, okay, can I talk about something? You know, I'm just going to talk about weird... This whole stream is just like, Toycat talks about repressed psychological issues, but not what that actually is. But did anyone else... Actually, did anyone here have this happen firsthand? A lot of my friends... I think they were probably richer friends, and that's part of why this happened. But a lot of friends always had this thing where it's like, oh yeah, I have money, but I'm not allowed to spend it on X. And it's like... Whose parents tells them what they can do with money? What is the point of that as a thing? Like, why give someone money and tell them they're not allowed to... The one fundamental freedom is you can choose what to do with your time. You can choose what to do with your money. Sure, when someone's a child, take away the ability to choose what to do with their time at least, because they need to go to school. You know, it's a big freedom we take away, but it has some benefits. Also, thank you very much, Clara Faber. You're welcome, Susan. Question mark. But, yeah, did anyone here, like, have their parents literally tell them they couldn't spend money on a thing, even though it was their money? And, like, how does that work? Like, because again, like, if the parents don't want you to spend money on things, they can buy you the things they do want you to spend money on, because that's how it works. They're using their money for a thing. But, like, if the money is given, if you get birthday money, i.e. it was a birthday gift, and you can't spend that on XYZ. I don't know. It's like, if it seems weird to me. Also, told me I couldn't buy explosives. Ah, that's lame. That real freedom is buying all the guns and explosives you want. My parents made me save it till I was 16. You're probably the deepest Minecrafter ever, dude. See, is that a compliment to me or an insult to all the other Minecraft channels? I never quite know. I never quite know. But I appreciate it anyway. Teaching structure and good habits. No, because, like, here's the thing about money. Here's the thing about most things, I guess. Like, if you want to teach someone about, like, how to... Actually, no, I really think you can't teach someone money. I think there's a reason... Like, I could be wrong here, but, you know, there's a lot of billionaires. You know, I know that's a big dirty word in 2019, but there are people who have 10 digits worth of US dollars to their name, and a lot of them, you know, some of the way you get there is by being born a millionaire, but some of them it's like, oh yeah, they were exceptionally good at creating that value gap in the world. Also, You didn't. I didn't tell you the text came from Russia actually, so I just have to. Anyway, love the streams. Hey, thank you very much, Jane Solo. You are a Russian, but yet your English is so good. So, A+ for that. Also, Jane Solo. I don't know. Something about that name seems fake to me. Is it fake? I mean, I guess it's like an internet name, but is it a fake internet name? I don't know. But no, yeah, I really do believe that like the thing that makes people good with money is when you just like let them go off and do it. Like when I got a lot better with money was the first, like, you know, because I think I've always, because I've had so little, I've always had to like work on the internet to make money, which, you know, it seems silly on the surface, but it's like, well, that taught me the value of it very early on. But even leaving that to the side, also, good to see you back. Missed you. Here's $2. Now acknowledge my existence. Didn't that come up earlier? Is that the same one, but again? Thank you very much for the £1.56 super chat again. Maybe. Am I going crazy? Did we just hop back in time? Because that was the exact same super chat, right? But no, like, the thing that made me a lot better with money is, like, when I first moved out, I had a month. I was living on YouTube, which is a bad idea, especially now, right? Like, but you know, everyone knows it's a stupid idea. I did it anyway. I think my bank hit like 0, and I was like, oh, yeah, I don't have food until the next time this rolls in. Thanks for all the hours and comforts after the bad day. TikTok is anti-LGBT. Also, dollar bills here can be as good as long as something take together, I think. Again, I guess the rules vary by country. America has a lot more people skeptical of the money, so they have to have rules that are a lot more friendly towards that, I guess. I work for my money, and my mum rarely lets me use it to buy food. Yeah, no, again, I've only had this happen once. I think I was, like, in some seaside town. My mother's like, here's some holiday money. And it's like, oh, I'd love to buy Subway. It's like, no, holiday money shouldn't be used for Subway. It's like, but if I want it and I'm on holiday, then... And it's like, that's the closest thing I ever got. I know, yeah, I think if you want food, obviously, like, you know, 29, you know, the current day, it's a new era. People realize that now too much food is bad. But, like, if you're, again, to me, if you tell someone not to do something they really want to do without any good reason, thank you for your long rants about history and politics, says Jeeves, really. I'm glad you like them. It's a weird mashup we do on this channel, but it's a thing. I said something else, but I guess Streamlabs is buggy. I hope this works. I think if I check my donation page, I might be able to see it better. Yeah, no, it just says the same thing. Never mind. It's gone. It's gone forever. And I just see the exact same message. But I totally went back in time there. It was weird. It was tricky. But yeah, no, I don't know. Personally, I just always think, like, if you tell someone not to do something without a good reason, they're just gonna do it again, right? The percentage of Russians watching this stream is increasing. Also, I've discovered I have some money, so here's the Toy Cat tax. Hey, Toy Cat tax all the way from Russia. Very excited. Thank you very much, Albie. Good to see you here. But, yeah, no, I, personally, in a very wild world here, I know. But I personally think if you tell someone not to do something, you don't give them a great reason why not. And then you just tell them it's because I say so. Then as soon as you don't say so, or as soon as you can't enforce that, because people don't commit crimes based on the punishment, they commit crimes based on how statistically they're likely to be caught. And as a parent, you can't enforce anything on a child forever, right? Even if you're the craziest, most hardcore parent. So, yeah, when it comes to money spending, it should be like, hey, if you want to make a bad mistake for your money and have none of it, do that, you know? But if you say, hey, I'm going to stop you making bad mistakes, then you don't learn it's a mistake. You just learn it's a thing you're not meant to do. And I've seen so many, like, things where you try to pull someone back so hard and they fling so hard in the other direction. It's a whole thing. Capitalism will fail unless it adopts mostly socialist reforms. Vote for Bernie Sanders. Am I now... Am I like a political campaign now? Because there are rules about how you're meant to donate money for political purposes, right? I don't know what those rules are in America, but thank you for the $5. And also, I mean, here's the thing, right? Everyone likes to say, like, hey, capitalism X and YZ and something socialism here. But we're gonna go on a politics rant here? Oh, I'm worried we might. No, it wasn't the same person. It was me last time. Oh no, I'm getting lost and confused. But yeah, have to let kids make mistakes. Yeah, it's a thing, right? Like, we learn from our mistakes, and that's what we would do. I don't know what that's from. That's like a song in my head. But like, hi Toycat, I'm from Argentina. This is my first stream. How's it going? Thank you very much, Luxas Adriel Villar, for the Argentina. What's the S? It's not peso, which makes sense. The Argentine. Wait, I'm gonna ARS to GBP. It is an Argentinian peso. Why is it ARS? Why not ARP? The R. But thank you very much for the 100 ARPs. Do appreciate it. Also, thank you, James Chu. Hi, Andrew. How have you been doing? Me and my girlfriend fall asleep to your videos sometimes. Hope that's not weird. Okay, so there's one thing you and your girlfriend can't do to my videos. As long as you promise me you're not... Actually, you know what? You can do that to my videos if you want. But as long as you promise me that you let me know. As soon as it's done and you'd be like, hey, so we made a mistake. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I hate what I'm saying right now. I'm going to back out of this and say, Steve the Smash. Yeah, I agree. Soulless curve. But no, so I have a weird story, actually. I had a girlfriend once. That's, weird story, right? Me? I'm gonna finish that there, actually. You know what? You can fall asleep listening to my videos if you like. That's a thing you can do. I be sleeping to Toycat streams too. Like, I totally get it. Like, there's something about sleep. Like, it's gotta be the way our brains are wired in like something social media age. But it definitely is true that it's really hard to just fall asleep to nothing sometimes. Like, sometimes you need music or you need a podcast or something. Like, it seems counterintuitive that filling your brain with information can help you sleep. But yeah, that is a thing that is true. Also, what did you have for breakfast? Says #1 Yankee fan. Today, so I had some bacon lying around. Because there's a long story about why I had bacon. I can tell you about it if you'd like. But I'll just skip and say, I had some bacon lying around. And I figured, bacon's a breakfast, basically. So I put some bacon on, and then I went to shower. And I was like, I hope the house doesn't burn down while I'm gone. If it did burn down, though, I'd be in the shower. So, fun fact, showers are filled with water. Fire is the opposite of water. So even if my house did burn down, I'd be pretty safe in the shower. Checkmate. Fire brigade. Think you can tell me to not leave things unattended? It's okay to leave things unattended as long as you take a shower. Or a bath, I guess. As long as there's a body of water around you, you're pretty safe. Although, what if the fire heats up the water? Then you'd be screwed, wouldn't you? Also, your videos help me fall asleep because they're so boring, says ERX. Yeah, no, so I know you're saying that jokingly, or maybe you're being mean. I mean, on the internet, they're both the same thing, right? Like, but, it is totally a true thing. I haven't gotten one thank you from my donations. See, this is going to a scary place now. We went straight from, like, I acknowledged them, was being really nice, to, like, oh, I was being nice again. Now they're like, why aren't you thanking me? Why aren't you grateful? Why are you talking to other people? I thought it was just me and you, Toycat. I've gone for a whole thing right here. But thank you for the super chat. Do appreciate it. Please never teach fire safety. See, the trick with fire is the more you have of it, the safer it is. So if you see a small fire starting, remember, don't put it out until there's a lot of it. Because the more fire you have, have you ever seen a fire the size of, I was going to say like the size of like a planet, but I guess the sun is pretty big, isn't it? You ever realize how weird it is the sun is just an eternally burning ball of flame? Like, the thing that makes all life possible is just there's a big fire happening, like thousands of miles, millions of miles away. Happy 7 years in your Minecraft world, says Andrew WV. Hey, thank you, Andrew Woof. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, no, it's... Honestly, 7 years is, like, really cool. Because if you'd have told me back then, like, this world would be running in 7 years, I'd have no clue about that. The scary part is it isn't eternal. Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's going to run out in, what, a few billion years? And before those few billion years, it gets a bit more inconsistent. Like, humanity does have an end on Earth. Which, pro tip, is why we should get off Earth as fast as we can. I mean, a lot of people on the whole like, oh yeah, you know, instead of focusing on going to Mars, we should focus on, you know, and then they'll say something silly. But, yeah, no. Well, our planet is doomed. We should probably work out some way to get off here sometime soon. But yeah, the sun's scary. You ever think about how even being near the sun would hurt? You know, what's on the inside of the sun? Also, is Caucasia Europe or Asia? Love from Italy. So thank you very much. I do appreciate that. To answer your question, so like, there's this funny thing, like, Europe is something that is said so often. Like, I want to go to Europe for a shopping trip. I actually, okay, can it kill me now? When people say like they're going to Europe for a shopping trip, literally, I don't know why. It's literally like, shoot me in the head. It hurts me to hear so much. There's a big YouTuber who was recently like, I'm going to Paris for some shopping. They said it in a very not that voice, but if you say you're going to Paris for some shopping, that's the voice I'm going to give you. It's fine. It's okay to be metrosexual or homosexual or more than homosexual. What is more than homosexual? But like, there's a funny thing where it's like, if you go somewhere to shop, do you not know how stores work? Do you not know the fact that everything's available everywhere? We live in a world of global demands. Why would you... like, of all the things to do, all the places to go, for all the reasons, that's the one you pick. You go to the cultural capital of the world because you want to spend money as, like, on... Most of the stores, by the way, that are in Paris are more than homosexual. I don't know I'm doing that. I'm probably going to offend someone if I continue. I'd like to clarify, by the way. Big fan of the gays. Gays are top-notch. Almost as... No, wait, see? Almost, see, it's very easy to go offensive with just offhanded fun remarks. How much dollar do you make from a stream donation? 70%, so $1.40 from those, from the one you just gave me, and because that says donated, it came from Streamlabs. That I made £2 from. I work for my money, and my mum rarely lets me use it to buy food. See, oh, it's done the same thing again, where it's just repeating someone's super chat. How weird. But no, yeah, there's bisexuals are more than homosexual because they also like the opposite gender. Boom, there we go, Zach the Magikarp. You totally saved me. Checkmate, people who want to be offended. Can't do it now. Can't be offended by offensive things I don't say. Boom. Life advice right there, that's for sure. But no, yeah, I don't know. I have a gay friend now. I know that's like the stereotypical thing you say, like, is like, oh, I have a black friend. Which, by the way, I do have an African friend. An African friend who's like way more British than I am. Like, of all our friends, he's my most British friend, which is a whole separate fun side point. But yeah, I have a gay friend now, so I can basically say whatever I want about the gay community, and it's basically like I'm gay, because by proxy, you know, it's just how these things work. And I think honestly, like, it's still not better to be gay than to be straight, but I think at some point the bar's gonna tip, right? Where it's gonna be like, oh, what an exotic thing. It's kind of like, there are some things that are just so basic you don't want to be them, right? Like, oh, I like movies. Imagine, at one point in time, if you said you liked movies, someone would be like, ooh, another person. Do you go to the theater of the movie variety? But now if you say that, it's like, yes. That's a thing. That's, yes, of course. Do you think at some point in time, do you think you have to clarify, like, yep, will video games get to that same, that thing, right? Of like, what an exotic white straight man. Also, hey Toycat, I love your videos and want to show my support. Thank you for the laughs, says Kenny Shaw, the £2.34 super chat. Do appreciate that, Kenny Shaw, a bunch. No, yeah, there's this real problem, right? Where like, bear in mind, people are always like, oh yeah, you get so many benefits because the combination of your race, gender, and ethnicity. Wait, no, ethnicity, gender, and sexuality. And it's like, yeah, don't you just love how the world loves... Also, not my first stream, but my first donation. All the way from Poland. Hope it goes through. Hey, Mads... Okay, I'm going to get this wrong, so I'm going to try extra hard. Madzia Obara, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. I want to know how your family stream all the way in Poland and how your English is pretty good. I mean, besides the H being a G, but that's a spelling mistake, not an English mistake. I'm always fascinated by it. You ignore what I pay to say, the disrespect. It's because I hate you, actually. It's just, I hate everything about you, Sips. You think you're good, you think you're great, you're not those things. But no, there's this funny thing where it's like, oh yeah, I get all these cool benefits. You see this skin tone? Yeah. Your skin tone sucks. Like, but it's like, I mean, obviously it depends on what you do in the world. If I was in an office, maybe you could make those arguments. But like, I work on the internet, right? The only benefits I could get from being those three things are if you were more inclined to watch a YouTuber because they were straight, white, and a man. But I think on the internet, I would get way more points. I have, again, I have gay friends, so I can say this. I have gay friends who get invited to a bunch of events because they are a token of their thing. I'd love to be a token for something. You know, we don't need token straight white men, and it's a problem. I'd love for someone to be like, oh, we forgot to bring the white dudes? The straight white dudes too? They're a demographic we can't afford to lose. For the, you know, it doesn't happen, and it's sad. Like, you know, I would love for someone to just, you know, pick me on the basis of my thing. Also, I don't know why that keeps coming up. I don't know. It's so weird. I feel like we're going in a loop, an eternal time loop. But yeah, I don't know. Like, would it be cool if someone was like, wow? Because, you know, there's always, been watching you for a long time. You're also so great. It says ___ Harry, etc. So I dated a girl from the Philippines recently, and she said something along the lines of like, I wouldn't want someone to date me just because I was, I don't know, like from insert country or from insert continent. She also then said like, oh yeah, but I only date guys from Europe, something like that, by the way. But oh, I guess she did want straight white men, right? Because if she was straight and she only dated Europeans who are mostly white, and if therefore they have to be a man and also straight. Oh, I totally benefit. You know what? Never mind. I totally scored one on the basis of my gender. Something. Also, yeah. Hope you get rid of the controversy. So anyway, let's move that all the way to the side. How about the Suez Crisis, eh? You think that's a big thing? Yeah, that was the time. This doesn't look like a forest, says Chris Raid. The forest's up there. It's okay. It's a birch forest. But yeah, the Suez Crisis, eh? Wasn't that a big event? Actually, you know, I've got a crisis way bigger than the loss of British influence around the world. Because today, if you would believe it, a spider just dropped down. Just dropped down in front of my face while I was on the sofa. I was just chilling there, enjoying my morning, you know, as I've been waking up crazy early. And then a spider just appears. And it's like, man, I wish I didn't hate spiders. I mean, one, Australia would be way more fun. But two, it's just like, this is awful. This is just the worst thing in the world. I thought this was a video, but it's live. Hey, same mistake as earlier. But I really, really, really hate that, like, because everyone has hard-coded fears into them, right? Most people's fears are so illogical. And they come from a reasonable, rational place, you could argue. Hey, thank you, Tatiana, for the Norwegian crown super chat. But, you know, a lot of fears come from a good place. Maybe you could argue. I don't know if I would argue. But you could argue. And, also, what am I going to do with these oxide daisies? But, yeah, like, fears come from a place of, like, some amount of rationality and logic, maybe. But spiders are one of those things where it's like, everyone always hates you when you hate them. Like, oh no, I love the spiders, don't kill them. It's like, but they want to kill me on the inside. In my head, at least. Finally caught streams to take my money, says Danny... Is that Danny L? Oh, it's Danny L with frees instead of e's. See, I can work out your name, Danny Free, LL Free. Thank you for the Toy Cat tax. It is appreciated beyond anything. It's cool. It's cool the amount of people are like catching their first streams. Because, okay, let me explain something to you. This is a feeling that, you know, maybe we should just move on and be like, this isn't a thing. But it's cool that there are people out there who want to watch live streams that can't. Because the fact that 1,200 people want to watch a live stream and manage to make it here, that's cool to me. You wanna see me drink water? Yeah, I can. Hydration, H2O. You want to see me pick up a camera again with my hand in a concerning way? Again, I'm excited to use this. I just put the battery in. It's gonna be a whole fun thing. Wait, I can show you. Wait. This is my first time turning on a camera. Oh, I don't know what the power button is. There? This is my first time turning on a camera. I think. Oh, there, look. Yeah, look. There's things happening. Yeah, you see that? That was exciting, wasn't it? But, I don't know, like, there's something fun about this many people being in one place just to see a thing. And then it gets kind of beyond this. Everyone keeps saying, like, there's something about LGBT stuff. I'm not seeing it. Like, if you keep talking about it and you bring in a cycle round of, like, let's not do that, you know? Let's not do that. If things get to a bad place, let's not continue it, you know? I saw the thumbnail first and thought WTF. Okay, so the thumbnails are definitely something where it's like, let's have some fun with it. If you don't have fun with some things in life, then you won't have fun with all things in life. How many people have you dated, says Fat Hen 42? So, this is one of those questions, right, where it's gonna be like, why do you want to know? That's always my thing of like, you know, you gotta be cautious. You gotta be cautious about why someone wants to know a detail like that. What purposes they have intended with it. Also, let's move these things into this place, and then we'll have another shulker box we can fill with stuff if we want to, which would be nice. Which would be real nice. So yeah, this is just the garbage shulker box, and this can be another shulker box for stone. Perfect. You should upgrade the Nether highway. It's old, says Sips. Oh, I really like the Nether highway. I think I need to put blue ice in it and a boat maybe. But it's just such a, like, I kind of like walking the distance. I don't know how I'd make the distance more walkable, but I don't know. I don't hate it, so there's that. Also, I can't pick up the shulker box. Oh, it's got gravel in. So we'll take the gravel out first. We'll put it over here. Over in my gravel chest. Because I have a lot of gravel. Which is never going to get used for any project ever, by the way. Oh, we can make a gravel biome to protest the lack of a cave update. See, there we go. There's a use for it. But, new project covering an entire stone and forest. Oh, that's a really good idea. What if we cover the forest in stone, and then we cover the stone in dirt, and then we cover the dirt in stone again, and we do it all the way to sky height? Wouldn't that be genius? That would be genius. Let's do that sometime. So, Cat, we are beyond entitled to know every detail of your life. There is this funny thing, right, where I don't actually mind sharing a lot of things. There are just some things where I'm like, ooh, why, this must be for negative reasons. I meant as an appearance. Yeah, I could totally upgrade the appearance of it. If you have ideas, chat, let me know. Send me a tweet if you, right now, if you're watching this, even if it's a video, it's been like 2 days. If it's been more than 2 days, if it's not October 2019, don't do what I just said. Don't send me a tweet with ideas. But if it's October 2019, if Halloween has not passed, then send me a tweet of ideas what's on my Nether highway. Because I'd be down to accept them. Hope this works. If you could make any planet hospitable, which would it be and why? Probably like in another solar system. I just want humans to be as far apart, galactically speaking, as possible. It's kind of like for me to hit North America, or if a meteor hit Europe right now, I'd like for civilization not to be gone. So it's good that we live on all the continents. I will die, but at least some other people will survive. I want humans to have like as widespread a thing as that. Tim Elijah got 70% from the YouTube super chat, so I'm sending this as an apology, says Kit. Oh no, don't. Again, like, it's fine that YouTube takes a cut. That's like, in exchange, you know, more people super chat. Like it's a transaction cost of existing on the platform, you know? They promote their thing because they get money, and I get some money from it too. It's mutually beneficial to some large extent. But I'm glad. Thank you very much, Kit. It means a lot to me. Do appreciate it, at least a bunch. So, Stone and Forest, repetitive layer, sounds like a fast track to a mental breakdown, says Eden McMahon. I mean, I'm not gonna say that it is or that it isn't, but you're right that it sounds like it is a fast track to something not so good. See, I've got a bunch of stone somewhere, but I have no idea where I put it all. So, I guess I've got 2 more shulker boxes, and then we're gonna have to go find some more. But yeah, MTD3LX, you missed the wacky projects. Can you show the forest? Just join the stream. I'm getting more stone to cover the forest in, Milo Cullen. If you just join the stream, it's very confusing. But isn't that true for every stream ever? Because the truth, like, the cool thing about streams, unlike videos, if you watch a video, everyone watches it from start to end. A live stream, people are hopping in at every second. This is to make YouTube sure YouTube gets their 30%. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like taxes, right? You know, it's not optional whether you pay them or not. Although it's kind of optional if you pay taxes, it's just illegal not to. So, it's optional in the least true definition of the word. In the same way it's optional to murder someone. Is it optional? Is that statement true, chat? Real quick. No other context. Is it optional to murder another human being? I'm just asking for a friend. Also, you have too much spare time. Here is my 5 pennies for your efforts. Been watching you for a while, about a year, and I really enjoy it. Thank you, almighty AJ. I think I do have too much free time, but in the good way. Like in the way that means I can make a lot of videos that people seem to enjoy. Yes, it's optional. People have the right to not be murdered. But is it optional to murder them? That's, you know, like, people do have the right to... It's not optional, it's mandatory. You don't have to kill another human to finish the main quest. We're getting some mixed messages here. Murder is optional, yes. It's optional to murder unless you're a cannibal. Why does that make it not optional? Define optional, says Alexander. You can choose to do anything. No one can tell you what you can and cannot do, is a good way to put that. Mandatory. You know, okay, it is in fact optional, depending on your definition. But okay, I just wanted to check that sentence makes sense. Toy cat out of context, optional. Yeah, no, the toy cat out of context videos are getting more and more out there, I'll be honest. But isn't that half the fun? Isn't that half the fun? The weird thing about live streaming on YouTube is because the videos, the streams turn into videos. Like, I'll say something in the swing of a moment and I'm like, oh, someone can use that out of context later. You know, we've definitely said something terrible here. I mean, it's your choice to murder, so yes, but like, you probably shouldn't. Wait, you don't think murder's a good thing? Oh, what an ugly opinion. Can't believe you're one of those people who thinks that murder's not okay. This is the problem with young people these days. They just don't understand. Sometimes you gotta kill people because you enjoy it, you know? Make a video of reacting to Toy Cat out of context. That might be a fun idea, actually. What's the platform you play on? I play on the Xbox One. Tell us something you'd rather not say. Okay. Something you'd rather not say. No, I felt uncomfortable with the dating thing earlier, right? I think I've dated in my life. I've been on dates with 9 people in my life, maybe? And I've dated 3 or 4. What do those things mean? You work it out. Do I want to tell you about it? No. No, yeah, I had a whole thing recently. And like, someone sent me a bunch of messages that you know, see, there you go. Someone sent me a bunch of messages. Can you believe it? Me? No, I had a whole thing recently. It was bad. There you go. See that? The things are good now. I hate that things are good on one level, because like, I like being a happy human being, but I think being a happy human being is a bad thing for my YouTube career. I think if I was an unhappy human being, I would be so much better at what I do. Like, it's just a famous thing, right? Like, you're a funnier person if you've suffered. Hope this works. If you can make any planet... Oh, no, it's repeating again. We live in an endless time loop, and there's nothing for us besides things. But yeah, no, so, streaming on other platforms. I could do it. I probably should do it. But I don't do it. Nothing beats the rush of killing a man. It's totally true. Going on a date is different than actually dating a person. I'm glad people agree. It's weird because we shouldn't use the same words. I've said this before. The term girlfriend, boyfriend, they're both stupid terms. Like, I have lots of girls who are my friends, but also I'd like to have one girlfriend. Okay, but you know, you can have a girlfriend, which is different to a girlfriend. The tone and the pacing of that word changes its meaning, which is stupid, because when you put it in text, you don't have tone and pacing. Date, you know, when you go on a date with someone, you are dating them, but you're not dating them. It's like, why don't we just have real words for these things? You know, before I had this idea, right, of like, sometimes people are friends on different levels. So it'd be nice if you could be like, you're a level 4 friend, I'm a level 4 friend. You know, you can measure your friendships, because some people claim to have 100 friends. You don't have 100 good friends. You have 100 people you know, and you've got a problem with calling them your friends. So in the same way, it'd be nice to be like, hey, because right now we have 4 terms, someone, right? There's just a person you know. Then there is, you know, maybe someone you're dating, like a good friend. Then there's the boyfriend, the girlfriend, the significant other, whatever. And then there is, you marry them maybe if you believe in marriage systems, which most people don't, gladly. But you know, like maybe you do. You know, I think there's some benefits to marriage as well as some downsides. Mostly downsides if you're a dude though. But you know, did a creeper explode here, or did I just make a big gap? But you know, there's like 4 steps, but they're all like months apart, and also you don't define most of them. It'd be nice if you were just like, hey. I guess like the reason you don't is because all humans have to believe their relationships are special, but it's like, you are a level 1 girlfriend. After we have our first romantic moment, you can move to level 2. It'd be nice to have it be measurable. And then you met women who talk about, when you meet, one sec. Then you meet women who talk about their girlfriend, you think, oh cool, lesbian, but they mean girlfriend. Streamlabs hates me, it says hashtag turtle. Yeah, I don't know, I'm sorry about, like, it seems to have affected a couple people today. But thank you for using Streamlabs anyway, in spite of those wacky issues. But yeah, no, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think being right now, or actually maybe in general, like especially, actually no, not right now. I think in real life, there's an assumption, if you're abnormal in any way that isn't easy to signal, that's hard. Oh, it's calling non-straightness abnormal, offensive, whatever. But if your preferences don't match the normal, it's really hard to find people of that way, because you have to get some stage of close before people will state said preference. And you know, like, even if we, because again, I think it would be harder to be a lesbian than to be a straight girl. That's my assumption, or you know, tell me if you disagree. But I also think that if you have some weird niche preference that you'd like to be fulfilled, you can pick one. You can imagine one for me if you'd like. You know, I only date Christian girls. Oh, I have a friend, I guess the married one. I've told this story before. But you know, I only date people who are really anti-religious or really pro-religious. I don't like flip-floppers. You know, get out of here, you agnostics. You give me a pro-religion stance or an anti-religion stance, or I can't do this. But like, you can't just go up to random women on the street and be like, hey, or random dudes on the street, and be like, hey, you know, are you into religion? It's like, it's not a good opener. You got to get some amount of close before you can use that, and then they might be worthless to you otherwise. Also, why don't you stream on Twitch? Because screw Twitch as a company. That's why. Yeah. You know, like, they're the worst of the tech giants, but their partners aren't allowed to say anything about it. So they seem like they're such good guys. But yeah, no. At least YouTube's bad equally. Everyone gets screwed by YouTube. Whereas Twitch is like, well, we're going to be openly nepotist, and if our staff members like you, you better believe you're going to get some nice perks. And you know, I don't live my life by those rules. But yeah, no, oh, I met someone in Australia recently. Because, well, we're talking about religion, which is everyone's favorite subject, right? Let's offend the entire community of letters, and now let's also offend every religion in the world, and every person who's not religious too. Let's go for the swing hit on this one. So you like that? Baseball? That's good. But, yeah, no, so, a thing that someone I met recently in Australia, because, yeah, I meet people when I travel. Is that normal? But I met someone who's like, they said to me just out like they seem like a really scientific person, and without offense, there are lots of scientific people who are religious, but usually the traits don't line up because if you're scientific, you try to measure things, and religion is inherently not measurable. It's about faith, which is not a measured characteristic. That's not offensive, I don't think. That's just those are things. So because she was a super scientific girl, I was like, huh, okay then. And then she mentioned something like, oh yeah, I'm going to church. And it's like, you go to church? Question mark. Like young people especially, not religious, blah, blah, blah. Add that in there. And the funniest thing to me was like, because I was like, so do you believe in God? And she's like, oh yeah, I'm getting there. And it's like, so you go to church for a God you don't believe in? Question mark. And the answer to that story, again, this, I find this hilarious, is like, oh yeah, well both my parents are extreme atheists and I'm rebelling against them. Because, you know, everyone rebels against their parents in some ways, right? But I've never heard someone rebelling against their parents to become religious. And now I have. And I just find that to be the funniest little story that now I want to tell you about. Because everyone loves, you know, no religion, no politics, no Star Wars. Let's talk, you know, this is how you know we're on a dangerous bent. Let's talk about politics too. That person who came in here being like, oh yeah, I love Bernie Sanders, gonna promote it on a Toy Cat stream. You know what? I don't live in America, but you know what? Something. I don't actually have anything to say about him. He seems like a nice enough candidate, right? Like, even if you disagree with his views, which I mean most people statistically do, you know, I know seems passionate about them. I mean, when you're 70, you know, if you're doing something, you're doing it because you don't know how to do anything else, or you're doing it because you care, and you can assume the second one's probably true, right? What's the religion where you praise Toy Cat called? You know what? We need to start that religion. I would love the tax exemptions that religions get for reasons that are beyond real understanding, I guess. Oh, here's a cool thing. Let me give you a fun taxation. You know, because people love taxes, right? And people love religion. In Germany, if you're a Christian, you have to pay the government a tax that they then fund churches with. And I think there was like some discussion about extending it like an equivalent to Muslims because of the higher population of that there. And I know, like, I love like interesting policies that like are so alien to me but make sense to other people sometimes. I'm atheist and annoying. So yeah, we went for a whole fun little conversation about that there. I'm glad. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you all came away from this better people than when you walked in. But I want to like push that to the side so that isn't rebellion to not believe in something. Okay. Oh yeah. See, look, the religion thing actually got people going. We did it. We got people started on religion. We got people started on the letters, and we got people started on the politics all at once. Stop flexing your 99 construction with your 7-year-old Minecraft world. A little bit of a RuneScape joke. Also, Mindless Meat Robot is the most concerning name ever. But yeah, we're coming towards the end of the stream, but I want to bring things back to happy, good times. So let me give you a happy, good story, I guess. I went to Australia recently, and have I mentioned that? Yeah, I don't think I've ever mentioned it. Wow, do you know I was gone for a bit? I don't know if these things have come up. It's not like, you know, it's just, you know, they're important to me, so I mention them. That's what humans are, right? That's why show and tell's important. You mention things you find important. But yeah, basically, because there's this whole, because things are important, I like to talk about them. One of those things is Australia. And one of the things about Australia that, like, the internet knows, it's a fun joke. I'm a Catholic. I don't hear religion. I'm immune. I can't hear anything about any of the things that we're trying to get out of here. Look, what's that? You're talking about a thing you're arguing about things on the internet with strangers who aren't going to change their minds? Oh, maybe you're the crazy ones. So, okay, we need to get all of this out of chat. All of this, get out of here. What's your favorite color of cheese? Because I like orange cheese, but most people like yellow. So orange or yellow, everything else is getting out of here. Like, that's just the thing that's going to happen here. So first of all, we're going to block someone for... Because there's no moderators today, I realise. So, hide user on this channel. And there you go. You get removed for Trying to start a whole thing. Yeah, I really like orange cheese. Blue cheese is pretty good too, but it's not actually blue. That's the problem I have. Pepper jack, yellow cheese. There we go. Look at that. Chat's good again. I know how to... I deliberately made chat awful. I don't know why. I've got a disease. I just like to watch the world burn sometimes. And now we fix things with cheese. I like this. I like this. Because honestly, like, the healthiness of a chat can affect the healthiness of a stream. Because, at least to me, you know, we're all hanging out here together. I probably shouldn't hang out so much. Maybe I should just have some times where it's like, hey, do you want to hear about my Australia time? I went there, and you know the joke about how it's upside down? I was honestly a little shocked that Australia wasn't upside down. Obviously, I knew in my head, yeah, it's gravity. Of course they're not. But a part of me is like, why does it look the same? Why can't you even tell that you're upside down? From the perspective of Australians, we're the upside down ones. Isn't that crazy? That's even crazier, right? But yeah, the world's a big place. Gravity's a thing. Haven't you just admitted to taking pleasure in manipulating chat? I basically have. You know what, guys? I manipulate you all day, every day. That's my thing. That's what I love about you. If you could fly over the forest, I'd love to see the progress. Yeah, what we'll do is we end the stream on that. So, yeah, what other wholesome topics can we have to end the stream on? Where there's no way to take it negatively. Just, oh, I pet a kangaroo. Oh, okay. Let me tell you about this. Do you know how to cook? If so, what's your favorite thing to make? Mine is baked mac and cheese. Oh, I would love to make mac and cheese because, like, if you throw like some lobster, some ham, some like any meat in there, it goes so good. I know it's not meant to be a meat dish, but you know, anything can be a meat dish if you believe in yourself. But yeah, my favorite thing to make is honestly just pizza. Like, when you make your own pizza, there's just something satisfying about it. Because, you know, I like to stuff my own crusts. I love to throw some barbecue. How do you contain such a controversial conversation? Honestly, I think a mixture of cheese and then food and then other things like that. I'm at class, so I can actually talk in chat now and not be terrified that my teacher will be annoyed with me. I'm glad to hear it, Casey. Hope things all are well. I guess, yeah, it's pretty... We usually do a lot of late night streams. I will be getting back to that, by the way. Again, I've missed this. You know, you're all like an ex-girlfriend from a girl that I've dated from a country that was far away, and you know, I've decided we're gonna make this work. We're gonna try again despite all of our differences, and you know, that's me and you. Thank you, mindless meat robot. I got this name when I have an existential crisis, thinking everyone are literally brains in a meat suit. So I hate to break it to you, but I really do think everyone is a brain in a meat suit. But I think you can use that to your advantage too. Because like in the same way your body isn't really you, your brain kind of isn't really you too. There's only a tiny part of your brain that is you. The rest of it is... Like, no one wants to have a panic attack. No one wants to have an extreme overreaction. No one wants to feel scared of spiders. These are all parts of your brain that are firing against you. I think sometimes you just gotta realize, like, hey, I'm in control of a certain amount, and that's okay. The things I'm not in control of, they're also okay. What should I do if I see you in public? Says musical gaming. So here's the thing, right? Statistically speaking, you won't see me in public, but one of you watching the stream at some point, you might. Whatever you do, don't tweet me off the fact and say I saw you here and there. That's the worst thing in the world. That's how you make me want to not go outside ever again. I mean, if that's what you want to do, though, tweet me saying you saw me and give me an exact location you saw me, and then I won't want to go outside again. And if you think that gets more videos, that might be clever in that way. So yeah, here's the Birch Forest biome. Here's our first little splodge. And there's over there. There's over there. We're doing pretty well. Like, we've got to cover all of that still, and we've got to cover that. But so far, things are looking all right. Like, the caves have actually started to blend in there. I think we have to do something with the trees, though. Like, maybe we'll replace all the leaves with granite. Maybe we'll just replace the inside of the tree with that. Yeah, if we use diorite, the white one, it will actually look pretty good, I think. Yeah, I like that as an idea. So, yeah, we're definitely gonna do that. We're gonna also cover up more of the dirt that's kind of visible. But for now, I think we've done some pretty good progress today. I hope you will enjoy today's live stream. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Give it a thumbs down if you didn't. Give it a thumb sideways if you kind of mixed on this and you think, you know what, there was some good, there was some bad. You said some things I disagreed with. And you know what, I think I said a lot of things that I disagree with. That's the funny thing about these streams. Every now and then, I'm kind of new, like, I'm getting back into the flow of things. I said a lot of things today I don't agree with. So if you disagree with me, that's good. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, no, I hope you all enjoyed something you saw today. If you want to see more videos, then you know it's YouTube. You know what the crazy thing about YouTube is? There's more videos uploaded than anyone can ever watch. That's also true for music. Oh, I was trying to say it earlier. Like, there's more music out there than anyone can ever listen to. There's more movies than anyone can ever watch. But especially on YouTube, there's more stuff than anyone can ever watch. But if you want to see more of my stuff, then click the link in the description. You'll see some videos from me. And then you can see exciting stuff. I'm really hyped for the channel all over again because there was a time where there were so many videos being worked on and none of them were being finished. Finally, a bunch of the videos are being finished and good videos are coming out, and I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And if you're not excited, then I'm not excited for your lack of excitement. So get out of here, not excited Nancy. And I hope you all enjoyed the video, because I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Or not. I mean, you can stay here as long as you like. It's kind of a thing we do on the streams, right? We just kind of sit here for a bit. I might turn on my new camera. I'm gonna get this thing working. Yeah, look at... Oh, it wants my date and time zone. I mean, does it matter what the date and time is? Should I put it in accurately or not? How can we decide this one? Do I put it in the right time or do I... You know, I'll deal with this off camera. Okay, goodbye, people.